Want to know exactly what kind of posts your audience can't scroll past? The answer is right inside Facebook Insights, and it's easier to find than you think.
If you've ever wondered why some of your Facebook posts take off and others barely get noticed at all, this training is for you. We're going to walk you through exactly how to use Facebook Insights to find your top performing posts and, most importantly, how to use that information to guide your content strategy for both your blog and your social channels.
So, you're going to learn how to access and interpret your top posts inside Facebook Insights. You're going to learn the difference between reach and engagement rate and why both of these matter. Crystal, what else are they going to learn?
Yep. You're also going to learn how to identify which types of content your audience actually wants more of. You're not going to think, you're going to know. And practical steps to replicate your top post success on future campaigns.
And then at the end of this, you're going to walk away with the ability to read and understand what your audience responds to most. You're going to get a clear plan to repurpose or expand your best performing content. And you're going to walk away with data-backed insight to help grow both your Facebook presence and your blog traffic. Now, before we dig into all of that, go ahead and text the word insights to 251-644-6701 to get your free printable.
All right. So, step one, we want to assess our Facebook Insights. So from your Facebook page, I think Kelly's going to screen share. Is that right?
I am going to screen share.
Let's get that going, shall we? Perfect. All right. This is one of our pages that we have, indulgent dessert recipes. We have somebody that runs it for us, and don't look at the mess in my room in the background. When we change screens, you guys can see more. All right. So you're going to go to your professional dashboard and click content and then click top
professional dashboard,
top posts.
Yeah, I've clicked professional dashboard, and then we're going to click content. And then what?
Top posts.
Where's that at?
Okay. So let's see here. Maybe under filter.
Nope.
Wait, I thought I saw it. Hold on, go back.
All types, we want top. Okay, let's see. Is it somewhere else? Sorry about this, guys.
Go to Insights.
Well, we're brilliant.
No.
Y'all, that's funny. So we ended up having to pause this recording because Facebook changed from the time that we made our plan of what we were doing to the time that we actually recorded it. They changed. So now you don't see top posts. So Crystal, will you walk us through where we go to just see all of our content and how we sort it?
Yes. So you're going to still stay in the professional dashboard. You're going to go to your content and you're going to click post. Sometimes this might be labeled as content overview. And then it's going to show you a table that has lots of information. So you can manipulate and sort this. Click on the different columns to sort descending, ascending, whatever. And this will essentially give you, for a time period, you can change your time period as well. It's going to default, I think, to 28 days. But this will give you a view of what your top content is for that time period. Do you see that?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So you can see here, let's see, what are we seeing? We can see views, reach, interactions. So interactions would be, if they're
reaction, comment, share, save.
There you go. Any action that they take, right? And then you can kind of you can do your own conversion here to get an engagement rate number, since it doesn't give that to us here. But you could say we reached this many, we had this many interactions, or we had this many impressions and we had this many interactions, and then do your own conversion to figure out your engagement rate, essentially. So you could take, to get your total engagements, you could take your reactions plus the, let's see here, total engagements and the reach, and divide that. How would we do that? We would take.
Yeah. So you would take your interaction divided by your reach times
100.
100, or just move your decimal over 2, and that's your percentage.
That's your engagement rate, right?
Yep.
So obviously, the higher that your interaction is, and the closer it is to your impression number, the higher your engagement rate will be. You can just kind of see that.
So like this one. This one is 533 and 21.
Mm-hmm.
Where this one is 620 or 587 and 20. So this one is going to have a better rate.
Right.
Make sense? So let's talk about understanding our reach versus our engagement. Reach. Okay. So this column right here tells you how many people actually saw your content. It's not necessarily if they cared about the content or if they did anything with it. It's just if they saw it, if it popped up in their feed, or if they went to the page, whatever. Okay. A large reach with low engagement can mean that your post showed up a lot in people's feeds, but it didn't really resonate with anyone.
Mm-hmm. Where your engagement shows how much your audience interacted. So that
it's going to be your interaction now.
Right? So those, like Kelly said a second ago, those are reactions, comments, shares, clicks, and reactions are thumbs up, hearts, angry face, whatever, any of it, right? A post with smaller reach but high engagement means it deeply connected with your audience. Okay. So again, that's kind of the opposite of what we said a minute ago. We want the engagement rate to be high and the reach number to be high, or a smaller reach, but a higher engagement. That's a good conversion rate as well, right?
So why does it matter for growth? Well, high engagement, so a high number of interactions, signals the algorithm to push your content to even more people. So that means even more eyes, even more clicks, even more potential blog readers.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you guys are getting to see real time, like Kelly said, how things change. Like, this training was created 2 or 3 weeks ago and something has changed. So here we go. All right. And honestly, we also know that Facebook doesn't always make the changes to all the profiles at one time. So who knows, you may still see the other. So let's identify patterns in your top posts. Here are 3 questions that I want you to ask yourself. Look at this data and ask yourself, what types of posts are performing best? Is it reels? Is it carousels? Is it links? Is it photos? Is it quotes? Is it things without a link? Like, what? I want you to look at those commonalities. Figure out what topics get the most clicks and interactions. And we want to do more of that. So just like on our blog and just like on YouTube and everywhere else, on Pinterest, we need to hone in on a niche. It's very possible that if you're sharing recipes and homeschooling and travel all on one Facebook page, something is outperforming the rest, right? For a lot of channels right now, all of those things are not going to perform well on one channel, okay? Or on one Facebook account. So hone in and figure out what is it that's really doing well. And let's say you have a page that's only recipes. What out of those recipes is performing best? Is it sweets? Is it savory? Is it crock pot? Is it fast? What is it? Look at that. And what tone performs better? Personal, educational, entertaining, funny? What is it? And what you can do is you can take that tone information, plug it into your chat, whatever you're using, your AI, and say, give me a personal toned Facebook description for a post where I'm promoting this blog post and this image, right? Okay. You want to give them an example?
So for example, if you have a $700 grocery budget for a family of 7 posts, and it has both high reach and high interaction, that's a super strong signal, right? Your audience loves realistic, family-focused, budget content. So you want to make sure that you're planning future posts and even future blog topics around that same theme.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Let's turn this insights to a strategy. So we want to repurpose what is working. Take your top performing posts and expand them into blog articles or potentially YouTube videos for your whole brand, right? Like, how can we expand this? Turn comment discussions into new blog posts if it aligns with your data in Search Console. Okay.
Well, or new Facebook posts.
Or new Facebook posts, right? But I mean, this really is about Facebook, but you can go and see, this can give you terms to go and look for in your Search Console as well, so that you can create more content on your blog, right? Update older versions with fresher visuals or links. I have found that using the same, like, you need to be changing up the description after, so many times of using the same description over and over again for that image. Like, the images need to be changing a little bit and the descriptions need to be changing a little bit. And just keep doing more of what's working. You want to give them some test variations?
Yeah. So, like, if a certain post format performs well, like, you can clearly tell what's performing the best on this page is just a picture. There's no text here. There are no links. It's just an image. Clearly performing the best. And then a video story. And then those same images. And then we start getting into some holiday stuff, right? But for the most part, it's just these funny images. So now let's take these and let's just test a few variations of that, changing only one element, like the title, the thumbnail, the image. Does it have a picture of something on it and then words, or does it just have words? Start, just like I said, testing those variations to really see what's going to drive the most response, so you can do more of that. So we know these work. How can we make these slightly different to see what of them works best?
Yep. And then we want for you to cross promote to grow your blog. So use those engaging Facebook posts to drive traffic back to your site. So like Kelly said, these images, it's awesome that those are performing well, but they're not getting traffic to our site, right? So add clear calls to action, like get this full recipe here and give the link to that. And maybe you're not putting it in the actual post description, but you're putting it in the comments. Okay.
Right. And then you can pin your best performing post to the top of your page, so that, like, when they land on it, people see that top one every time. You can take it and repost it in a few months with updated captions. There are plenty of ways that you can cross promote. You can share it into groups that allow that, right? How do we cross promote even more of that stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. And then make this a weekly habit. Each week, check these top performing things and make a note of them. Make a note of which one has the highest reach. Okay. Which one is it? And how are you going to recycle it? How often are you going to promote that again? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe it's the highest engagement rate. Maybe it's a post that surprised you because it performed better or worse than expected. Just keep checking those.
Yep. Don't ignore it. So keep a simple tracker. You could do this in a spreadsheet or a Google Sheet. And then you can easily share that with your team or for yourself, so that you can spot long-term patterns and what your audience truly, truly wants. All right. We have got some micro habit stuff for you.
Obviously, we have final micro habit challenge. Take a look at your last 5 Facebook posts. So you'll sort those. You'll just choose like the dates, so that we're looking at like our last 5. These should be in order, and ask, which one of these had the highest engagement rate? Yep. What made it stand out? Was it an image? Was it the caption? Was it the timing? Was it the topic? What made it stand out? I mean, it's very clear. This one is heads and tails above, or heads and shoulders above these. Why? How can we replicate that in our next post or our next story or whatever?
Yep. All right. If you can make this habit part of your weekly routine, part of what you're doing every single week, you're going to start posting smarter and not just more often. It's going to be deliberate and intentional. These are the things that are going to bring you more results that bring growth and that make sense, right? Don't forget to text the word insights to 251-644-6701. If you text that word and you don't get an automatic reply, which you should, if you don't, that means that you've likely D&D'd us, which means do not disturb. And we get it. You probably did it by accident. Totally fine. text the word stop. No. Text the word start and only the word start to 251-644-6701. Wait 30 seconds, 10 seconds, and then text the word insights with an S, and it will send it to you. And then try hard not to DND us again, or you'll have to go through that whole process again. So remember, social media isn't just about showing up. It's about showing up with content that connects. When you understand what resonates with your audience, you can double down on what works and watch your audience and watch your blog traffic grow and your Facebook page grow. Okay?
You've got this. Now go open your Facebook Insights, find your top post, and let the data show you what your audience is telling you.
Yep. All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
Sorry for the hiccups. Thanks for being there. We'll see you later. Bye.